at Platform 3. I grew up in a town called Greyford. If you look it up on a map, you probably won't find anything interesting about it. Just a quiet railway town surrounded by forests and empty farmland. But if you ask the locals about Platform 3, everyone suddenly gets quiet. They'll tell you the same thing. Don't stay there after midnight. Of course, I didn't believe any of that until one night changed everything. It happened 2 years ago. I was working late shifts at a small electronics shop near the Greyford train station. Most nights I closed the shop around 11:30 and walked across the street to catch the last train home. The station was usually empty at that hour. A flickering light, the sound of wind through the tracks, and the occasional echo of footsteps. But that night, something felt different. The digital clock above the station entrance read 12:07 a.m., which was strange, because the last train normally arrived at 11:50. I walked onto the platform anyway, expecting to see the usual empty tracks. But instead, I saw someone standing at the far end, a man, tall, still, facing the tracks, at Platform 3. Now that platform had been closed for years. Everyone in Greyford knew that. An old accident happened there decades ago. It's something about a train that arrived when it wasn't supposed to. Most people avoided it, but this guy stood there like he had been waiting for hours. At first I assumed he was just another commuter who didn't know the station well, so I walked closer. "Hey," I called, "Platform 3 isn't active anymore." He didn't move, didn't react, just stood there, staring at the tracks. The wind blew through the station, carrying that cold metallic smell you get near railways. I got about 10 feet away before I noticed something strange. The man's clothes looked old, not vintage, old, like they'd been worn for decades. A long dark coat, dusty shoes, and then I noticed something else. He wasn't casting a shadow under the platform lights. That's when he slowly turned his head toward me. Not his body, just his head. His face was pale, too pale, and his eyes, they looked wrong, like he hadn't blinked in a very long time. "You're late," he said quietly. I froze. "Late for what?" I asked. He turned back toward the tracks, and that's when I heard it. A train, but there was no train scheduled. The sound grew louder, metal grinding against rails, wind rushing through the tunnel, and suddenly, lights appeared down the track. But the train looked wrong. The cars were dark, old-fashioned, like something from the 1940s. It roared into the station without slowing down, except only the man could see it, because when it passed through the platform, it passed through me. Cold air rushed through my body. I stumbled backward, and when I looked again, the man was gone. The tracks were empty. The station was silent. The clock above the platform now read 11:48 p.m. Like time had reset. I told the station manager the next day. He didn't look surprised. He just sighed. Then he told me something that still keeps me awake at night. Every few years, he said, someone sees the passenger from Platform 3. I asked him who the man was. He leaned closer and whispered, "The only survivor from the train that never arrived."